Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be discussing the coursework seminar, which is for 4 credits. We'll be also discussing the elements of the PowerPoint presentation and how you will be assessed on this PowerPoint presentation. So let's get started with the video. The very first thing that you'll be doing is finding out the latest research papers. Make sure the research papers are from last 2 years. Next, whatever journal you find your research papers from, make sure the impact factor is greater than 2. Impact factor less than 2 tells you that the quality of the paper is not that great. So any journal that is having a higher impact factor has a great quality of research papers. What I would personally suggest is go for IEEE transaction papers because IEEE transaction has the highest impact factors. Next, let us go and find out what is the outline of the presentation required. So the very first thing that you will be doing is writing down the topic of your research on the first slide. Next, you will be describing your rationale. Now, what is this rationale? Is basically a generalized idea or a reason for conducting the study. Okay, and this rationale basically focuses on a question: why you're doing this? Like, why are you trying to find this out? Why do you choose this thing? So this is how you will describe your rationale, which is a very generalized idea of why you're trying to do this research. The next that you're supposed to do on the next slide is write down your purpose of the research. So purpose is basically a technical statement which will define the goal of the research. So this will basically fill the gap in the literature. Say in the research papers there is some gap, right? And you want to fill that gap. So your purpose of the study is to do this XYZ thing, right? So that is your purpose of the research. Next, let's move to the research questions. So research questions, whatever you frame, keep in mind these points that I'm mentioning for the research questions. The very first thing is that your research question should be a very focused research question. It should focus on a single issue. You cannot focus on multiple issues in your research question. Second thing is your research question should be reachable from whatever the sources are available to you. It should not happen that you do not have that source and you're trying to answer the research question then. Next is the feasibility, like you need to complete within a certain time frame. So you cannot have something that is not feasible. You should have a very specific research question like which is answerable. And finally, it should be very relevant to the field of your study. Say I'm doing something in image processing, so my research question should revolve around my field of study. So that is all about the research questions. Next, let's move on to the literature review. In the literature review, I would suggest you to make this tabular format, which will make your literature review look very neat and clean and also very organized. So the very first thing you have here is your serial number, title, author, journal, year of publication and observations. So for one research paper that you select, you will have a single entry over here. A single entry in the title, a single entry for the author's name, for the name of the journal, the year of the publication. But the observations that you have will be multiple observations from this research paper. Okay, so one research paper will have a tabular row, something like this. If you have second research paper, of course, which you will, so you'll have again a second row which will have a single entry in all the columns and multiple observations. Next, what your slide can have is gaps. So whatever research paper you have, mostly research papers mention what their limitations are or what their drawbacks are. So you can identify those gaps and mention in your literature. Next is the objectives. Also one more thing, it is very understood that by studying for the very first time you will not be able to understand the entire paper. So keep on studying, keep on reading those papers multiple times, and every time note down all the observations that you see, like what the author is trying to say in that paper, what is the technical terms used or the technology being used. So try to understand that. Of course, you will take multiple times to understand that. It will not happen in a single go. So it is always okay to read multiple times, and you should not be afraid of doing that. Next, by reading this multiple times, you will try to understand what are the gaps. Gaps are mostly mentioned, or you can also find out after reading so for multiple times. Next, we move on to the objectives. So, objectives, they are described very concisely of what the research is trying to achieve. So, it is objectives basically the action that we are taking to achieve the goal. So, your objective basically gives the direction to your study, and it is something that is realistic, right? Something that we are taking action in very real terms. So, and these objectives are very logical sequence. Say you're trying to find something, so you'll either compare or either first try to get those objects and then compare between two objects, and then so it is basically action that you're doing. And finally, it is the references. All the references, all the papers that you mentioned here in the literature review in the tabular form, all this will be coming to your references in the IEEE format. So you can go to any of the website where the papers are published, and you can go for citing the publication. So once you do that citation, you will get the exact format in which you're supposed to write it down, and you can copy paste from that. Next, let's move on to the assessment, how you'll be assessed on this. So the very first thing what the examiners will try to look at is the quality of the literature survey and the novelty in the topic. So your topic has to be new. It should not be something that is repeated over a time, for which there is very little or no scope for the research. And the quality of the literature survey, take very good papers. As I mentioned, IEEE transaction papers, which are of very good quality, to give you a great literature survey. Next, it they will judge you on the relevance to your specialization. Say for example, you're doing it in computers, so your topic should revolve around that. Okay, it should not change the path to your specialization. Next is the understanding of the topic. This is very critical. Every letter, every word that you write on your slide, you should be knowing the meaning behind that. Understanding of the topic of your research is very important. You cannot have or you should not be in a position where an examiner is asking you something that is very common in your research and you're not able to answer that. So go through all the basics of that paper. As I mentioned, you will be reading your papers multiple times. There will be so many words that you will face for the very first time. It is okay to Google those words out and find out the meaning of that. No matter how small that is, it really makes a big difference. For example, you're doing a literature survey on ECG. You should know the meaning of morphology. You should know the meaning of what is the R value, P value, and everything. So, understanding of the topic is very important. So, keep that in mind. Next is the quality of your written and your oral presentation. Whatever you're presenting, be confident enough in presenting that, and the quality of your written presentation. Written presentation is basically your report. So we'll come to that quickly. Report submission is ideally done in latex format. I would suggest to not use your Microsoft Office for doing that. Um, Microsoft Word for doing that. Report submission should be done in latex format, which gives you a very crisp output. So make sure you do that. It's very simple. It just takes a couple of times practicing this, and you'll be good to go with that. So that's all for today's video. If you're here till the end, please do consider liking, sharing, and subscribing this channel. I'll see you next time. Until then, bye bye.